What's going on, my fellow Farmall brothers and sisters? Welcome to Bourbon Beer Truckers Prepping. I'm Sean, and today we're going on a road trip. We're going to pick something up. You probably know what it is. No, you won't know what it is, because you know what? I'm not going to put it in the thumbnail. I'm going to keep it a mystery until you watch the first 2 minutes of my video. Anyway, stay tuned.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
All right, so it is a chilly morning. Yesterday was really cold. Unfortunately, it was a sad day. But I let go 2 tractors. 460 diesel isn't in the background anymore, and the 39H I had to let go. Now, I'm kind of sad because I don't like letting go tractors, but I'm not sad because I'm picking up a second owner 560 gas with the loader, everything all on it. From what I'm told, it's a lot of extra parts, a lot of extra stuff, but the tractor is original. It does run, but it's been sitting in this guy's barn for quite a while, he said, because they don't use it as much anymore. But from what I hear and what I see from the pictures, it's in really good condition. The paint is really good on it for original. Apparently it does run really good, but right now, battery's dead. He thinks the coil might be bad, stuff like that. So I may try to get it running while I'm there, but it depends, because I'm not sure how his property is, where it's set up at. It's really cold out. I don't know if I said that before. But anyway, so I'm going to decide once I get there if I'm going to go ahead and work on it there and then pull it on the trailer, or just say shit on it and pull the thing out of the barn wherever it's at, get it to the trailer, winch it on, get it home, and then wait for it to get at least above 5 degrees and then start working on it. So anyway, all right, let's hit the road. All right, so I got lots of tools, batteries, coil, tester, you name it, I got it in here. I got pretty much everything. So just what I learned about the tractor last night was, so the people were nice enough to make a really nice deal with me on this tractor, because obviously my intentions are to use it for a pumpkin patch this year. We want to do a lot of the different color, like custom kind of pumpkins. Anyway, so my wife does the farm stand, so we wanted to expand out to that this year, just to have some fun. We have some ideas we want to do. So this is why I've been fighting to try to get one of my tractors ready for running that 2-bottom plow and all the different stuff. But original intentions was the 450 gasser was supposed to do these chores. But once I started doing this to it, I started doing that to it, and yeah, one thing led to another, and as you all have seen who have been watching my channel, that 450 gasser isn't going to be a work tractor. It's going to be a show tractor. Hey, look at me, I'm pretty. Pull some hay wagons, parade, stuff like that, but I'm not going to work that thing. It came out too nice. And keep an eye out for the Red Power, I believe March or April edition. It's actually supposed to be featured in there, so make sure you guys check that out. But anyway, so as far as this tractor goes, I'm picking up. So they made me a deal on it. Well, I should say I made them a deal and they accepted. It's one of those things you really couldn't pass up. Anyway, so I don't know anything about it except for the 2 pictures that I saw it on Marketplace. So the husband did call me last night, and we discussed the time for me to come out there today. Let's just say it's like 3 hours and 20 minutes away, so it's a long drive. It's way up, almost towards the Pennsylvania-New York border. So, anyway, so he said that he technically found the tractor from the original owner. It was a barn find tractor. Well taken care of. It's been undercover. Sorry, I just had my coffee and my breakfast sausage. Apparently now it's making me burp. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. So he said that he technically got it as a barn find, and it's been sitting for a little while. But the paint, the condition, everything on it is, from what I was told, pretty much pristine. Obviously, from what I see from the pictures, the only thing that looks like was a repaint is the loader, which I don't really care. I can repaint the loader pretty much at any time. I have all new decals for the loaders, everything. Anyway, apparently he's got extra stuff for it. He's got the manure bucket that goes on the loader. And, I mean, he's saying extra stuff, but I don't know exactly what extra stuff yet. But let's just say I'm pretty stoked to grab this 560 gasser. I've been actually wanting the 560 gas for quite a while. I'm not gonna lie, I can do the diesel work on the tractor, like the 450 gas start diesel and all that. I'm a gas guy. I'm not a full-on diesel guy. And that's one of the reasons why I let go the 460. It's just because I did what I wanted to do. I got it. I tinkered with it. I changed out the injection pump, fixed all the glow plugs, the injectors, to the point where I got it running. So that's a win for me that I was able to get the diesel running and driving. So I did drive it back to its spot where it's at when I just sold it yesterday. So, but as far as the tractor wise themselves, I would definitely much prefer to mess with the gas tractors. Maybe eventually in time I'll grab another, diesel of some sort. Maybe I'll play with it and all that. But yeah, for now we're sticking with gas. And I'm sure you diesel guys are out there laughing, but it was funny. So the guy that picked up the 460 from me yesterday, when he asked me why I was getting rid of it, and I told him, he's like, that's actually funny. He's like, because when it comes to gas tractors, he's like, everything's too like Chinese for me. He's like, I can't do anything on the gas tractors. He's like, but give me a diesel tractor, I get it running, no problem at all. And I'm like, yeah, see, now I'm the opposite. Give me a gas tractor, I got it. Give me a diesel, but I can get it running, at least I can say. But anyway, so that's the story that I do know of this tractor, as far as he's technically the second owner of it. Like I said, barn find tractor, it's kind of cool. So I guess continue to drive. I still have another 2 hours and 57 minutes to go. Apparently the guy has a lot of horses to take care of, almost like 30 horses. He's got, all of his stuff to do in the morning. He has to dig a path basically to the barn where it's at. So it should be interesting getting this one. Honestly, like I said, if it comes down to it, I do have a long drive back home. If it takes too much for me to just mess with it now, because it is freaking brutally cold out right now, I'm just gonna get it pulled out of there, get it to my trailer, winch it on, bring it home. Next week we're supposed to get into like the 30s and 40s, much better weather. It's like summertime, and then I'm gonna mess with it at home. But other than that, let's go get a tractor. Still not there yet. Still got another hour and 50 more minutes to go. But I figure I'd spin this camera around and show some of the flatlanders, some mountainsides. It's a pretty day. Pretty cold day, but it's a pretty day. Alright, well, I still got another hour and 50 minutes, so hopefully I'll be checking back soon when we're getting ready to pull up. There, my friends, well, it looks like I just got here. So I'm trying to find where the homeowners are so I can find out where this tractor is and hopefully get this thing loaded up. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to video loading it up as cold and windy as it is, or if I'm just gonna show a video after it's on the trailer. So I'll be back. All right, my friends. Yeah, apologize for no footage loading this thing. Let's just say I got to that house by 11 o'clock after a 3.5-hour drive. I just got on the road and it's 3:42. That's how long it took to get some help. For the guy to get some friends and a neighbor to come over with a 100-horse 4-wheel drive John Deere to get down into the pasture, into the barn where this thing was sitting, well, shed, and to get me loose. Well, we had to jack the bucket up because, yeah, let's just say the battery he had was stone dead. There was no way to get it started because I don't know what all he's done to it. We did put another coil in it. I got spark, but he kept something with the carburetor. Apparently he either rebuilt it or replaced it. Let's just say I think it's got some gremlins going on I need to repair. It will run. It kept trying to hit off, but it just wouldn't catch. But I mean, it's also like 15-degree negative temperatures over here. Let's just say with 40-mile-an-hour winds and that temperature, I wasn't down with full-on diagnostics to get this thing up and running. So we had to crack the lines for the bucket raise. Well, you see she's behind me, so I got it. Had to raise the bucket, block it, and then finally when the guy got there, we got it pulled around a long distance to the front. And yeah, I got it on. So, and I have a 3.5-hour drive back home now, so I won't be home till about 7 o'clock tonight. These snow drifts on these roads are absolutely horrible. So I do have it in 4-wheel high. Some of these hills are really steep and they're snow covered. And let's just say I'm hauling a lot of weight right now. So I'm signing off until I go get gas, and then I'll do a quick walk around and I'll pick this back up when I get home. So see you guys soon. All right, my friends, it's kind of late. It's really cold. I'm tired, but she's here. I'll pick this up in the morning and walk around this thing. I'm ready to unpack the truck, go inside, take a shower, and go to bed. See you in the morning. All right, my friends, so it's the next day. I was able to get some rest and come out here and finally take a look at everything again calmly. Yesterday was a fiasco. I really wanted to set a stand up and do some videoing, you know, getting this thing together and getting it out. But I guess long story short is they kind of had about 4 days notice that I was coming, and for some reason they waited until I literally pulled up. 3.5-hour drive. They knew that morning I was coming. They knew my time. They knew everything. And for some reason they decided to not even attempt to get this thing pulled out. The parts for it they gave me, the tractor, it's like nothing. They didn't plow their path to get back to it. They didn't have their other tractor even started or running or anything ready to even attempt to pull it. And the way he has his fences set up for his horses, by the time I went down the path was about as wide as my truck, but then he had fences on both sides, and the gate was to the right, and there was no way I could make the turn to make a right to even pull my truck into that area, into the pen where he had the extra little storage shed at, where he had this thing sitting. I couldn't make the right turn to even get in past the fence poles. So I couldn't even get my truck close to it. So we had to use the side-by-side to even get some tools up to it to get the front bucket jacked up. And yeah, he attempted to try to start his tractor like 3 or 4 times, and he kept kind of kicking around of, I guess you really want to take this with you today? It's like, dude, I just drove 3.5 hours. You guys knew this. Yes, I want to take it home today. He's like, you don't even care if it's running or not, do you? I'm like, I'm not worried about getting it running right now. If we can just get it pulled out of here, get it out to my trailer, I'll get it running when I get home. It's like, I know it runs, but oh my Lord. So let's just say it was so windy. It was so cold to the point where I had my face mask on. I had ice growing off of my beard. I had ice on my eyelashes. The the wind was terrible. It was cold out there, and there was nowhere to stand or be to be out of the wind. I couldn't even set a tripod up if I wanted to, because if I would have, it would have been blown over like literally every 30 seconds when the gust of winds came through. They were getting, you know, anywhere between 40 to 60 mile an hour winds. I couldn't show any of the recovery, and that really sucked. It really killed me, because I was really hoping to show some of it. But let's just say if he would have been maybe a little bit more prepared, I could have shown more of the recovery. He wasn't prepared at all. It's almost like he didn't give a shit. Kind of irritating, actually. It is what it is. So be it. So after getting loaded up, and a lot of the, oh my lord, when I did the video when I left out of his house, the hills and the roads had such a steep incline, and the wind was blowing such a pile of snow over. I had to drive in 4-wheel high probably for about a good 10 miles before I got close to the main roads to get on the highways to get past all those drifts, because I almost didn't think, pulling the weight of this thing, I was going to actually get it I was going to get it up some of the roads. I kept thinking I'm going to have to call you know, a heavy rescue just to be able to hook up to me to help give me a pull up some of these hills. But you know, the old 5.7 Hemi in that Dodge Ram, she did it. So hats off to the Ram. Yeah, it did it. Yeah, obviously a diesel with a little bit more low end grunt would have been really good, but I can't say she didn't do the job. She got it out and got me home. So hey, good deal. Anyway, let's spin this around. Let me show you what we got going on here, what I picked up, and I'm not going to give the price yet. I want you guys to give me a guess what you would pay for this. Now I know all different states, everybody's different, what these tractors are going for. So I'm going to say Southern Pennsylvania prices. Tell me what you guys think I paid for this. Just because some of these are getting pretty expensive. Now, I got to rest my arm. So apparently this is getting heavy. All right, so let me put it this way. So I have 2 sets. I got 4 rear wheel weights on here. The 2001 loader. He did put a modified front bracket on here, and it's got like the skid steer style quick attach, you know, front, which is cool because I could actually use that. And then I could slide this pin out, and I can slide the manure bucket in. So he did give me the manure bucket. You know what? I didn't look at it close. I think it's the manure bucket width. Yes, it's a manure bucket, looks like, with the extra bottom. So it's the full bucket. Okay, so I do have the full bucket. The attachment that goes to the manure bucket. I got me a drawbar, the fast hitch drawbar, and then of course the whole 560 tractor. And again, yes, it is a running tractor. It's just once he started spitting off some of the things he was doing to it, once he backed it in, and it lost spark, and all of a sudden he started fiddling with a bunch of stuff. I think he either has the plug wires out of order. I do have to check the points gap because he said he had his fingers in there, so I'm not sure if he screwed up the points gap and closed it up. I do have spark, but it does have a weak spark. I was getting that yesterday, but something ain't right on it because you could just tell the sound. And then the carburetor was overloading and flooding, so that tells me that the floats are out of adjustment. So running for 560, it's only got like a little over 4,000 hours on it. This tractor apparently sat in the other barn for quite a long time. So it's actually in really, really nice condition. Sheet metal's pretty straight. And he did also give me one of the belt pulley to it. I think that was it. So I got quite a bit of things to it. But anyway, and it's got the 15.5 tires on the back. Halfway decent shape. I mean, I'd say they're about probably 60%, maybe a little over, maybe between 60, 70% tire. Let me see what the other one looks like. Yeah, I'd say about 60. So anyway, so all that. Tell me what you guys think, or what you would have paid for it. I like the 560s. I've been wanting a 560 gas for, I don't know if you guys may have heard me talk about it quite a few times on the channel, but I've been wanting one for a while. So I'm pretty ecstatic to have this thing now sitting here. Let me go ahead and spin this around and show you this thing in the daylight. And there she is. Like I said, really nice condition. Nothing special, obviously, just the drawbar. I did, like I said, I had to crack the lines, put the block wood in there because I did have to jack up, you know, the bucket to get everything on the trailer. And that's another thing, he didn't have none of that ready, and I forgot my jack. I could not believe I forgot my jack. I even had a note to do it, but I forgot to put the note with my keys. I forgot. So he had a bottle jack, luckily, but it was blown seal, and it was like a pump at a time. And it's like, oh my God, that was so tedious getting that thing up to get that block in there. The only thing I did notice is it looks to me like they have the loader to the axles, but they have the whole loader mounted slightly to the side. So I'm going to have to break that loose and straighten the loader out. But everything works, and the reason that he did the skid steer front is because he would put a pitchfork on the front with a spike to move the round bales around and raise them up high to where he had to put them at. So it's kind of nice that it actually has this on there, because again, all I got to do is pull the pin, pull that out, and I do have another attachment that I can actually put on here, I think off the other loader, that I could use with this as well. And then obviously just pull that out, and I can just put that manure bucket right in. And then I also have the snowplow for this 2001 loader. So it's kind of cool. I got a lot of stuff for it. But anyway, so here she is. Like I said, sheet metal, great condition. 2 sets of weights on both sides. Couple new lines here and there. And then new alternator. Again, I haven't had a chance to really go through everything on here just to make sure everything is great. For the most part, everything looked pretty damn good. Even the manure bucket and all, it's actually in really nice shape. So yeah, give me an idea. Again, like I said, what you would have paid for this. I'm ecstatic to have it. All right, I think I got a trash truck coming, so I'm going to sign off for a second. Okay. Gets a little loud when they're out there picking up. You know what the funny thing is? I don't know if you guys, if you're new to the channel or if you followed my channel, but anyway, you knew that all the work that I did to this trailer and the fact that I built these ramps. These ramps held up great. I did have a temporary third ramp set up to help load this thing up yesterday. Now this third ramp I did not build. I just welded 2 legs on it just to hold it. Look at that ramp. look at how bad the tractor bent it. Yeah, that shows you how heavy that tractor is. That thing bent that ramp pretty good. So I welded these on just to be able to lock it on the back side. I mean, I'm glad I took it with me, but yeah, as soon as the weight of that old girl hit that, shoo, look at that belly in there. This is why I like building my own stuff instead of getting stuff from somewhere. I found this ramp laying on the side of a highway. I saw it. I looped around the ramp, came back, grabbed it, threw it in the truck. I'm like, you know what? It's just a good spare ramp. What the hell? Well, let's just say it ain't no good no more. It couldn't handle the weight of this thing. But, yeah, let me go ahead and try to get up past all my ropes. Ooh. You don't have all the hood panels and everything in right. These are all supposed to tuck under, and he's got it over, and of course missing a couple of the bolts. That's why I put the ratchet strap around the hood, just because I don't want to go losing anything on the drive. But yeah, she's pretty nice. Now this one here, I'm not planning on doing any kind of resto right away. I just want to make sure she's up and running to par. Brakes are good, filters. Again, go through all that, make sure everything's good, and then I actually want to use it. I am picking up a wide front tomorrow to put onto the front of this, a factory IH wide front. And then that's really the only thing I'm changing right now. Let me see if I can do this without falling off the trailer. Let's just say I don't have a lot of space here. But yeah, 4,000 hours on it. And the tack does work. It was building good oil pressure actually when the cranking. And I mean, the guy said it did run good. I think the biggest thing is because I think he put his hands in it, and I think that's why it stopped running good. So I'm just going to have to do what I do. But it's kind of nice. At least it's got the fenders on it. And it seemed like for the most part, the fenders are actually pretty good shape. He is actually he was the second owner of this tractor. He said he found it in a barn from an older guy, like some kind of estate sale. And he got it for a pretty good price from them. So, yeah, I'm the third owner. He didn't own it for that long. He only owned it for about, I'm going to guess maybe about 2 years. I think he owned this thing. So, you know, I got the new Donaldson air cleaner and everything inside. If I want to replace it. I do have a new muffler if I want to stick it on it. So I'm going to end up replacing little things like I do. Steering wheel where it's cracked, stuff like that. But my biggest thing is first get it running, see how it sounds, and I may right off the bat convert this thing over to the electronic ignition, because that makes such a world of difference. But I do want to pull the carb off and see what's going on with the floats and whatever they had their hands in. I do like the fact that it's got the 3-point bracket on the back. All I gotta do is get the top link for it. And I already have the 3-point adapters to go in here. Now I know a lot of people, they'll try to talk down on the 560s. Oh, it can't lift this, it can't lift that. For what I'm doing, this thing will lift all my 3-point attachments that I need quite fine. So, but yeah, I'm happy. But anyway, so I guess that's about it for the video. Sorry again, I couldn't get footage of actually doing the recovery, but let's just say the whole plan yesterday just got screwed up. So anyway, all right guys. Well, I guess if you like the video for what it is, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. And we're supposed to be getting a warm up in the next couple days. I think by next Tuesday it's supposed to be almost 50. So I am definitely planning on getting her running and getting it off the trailer. Before all this thaws out, I do have to get the trailer moved up over there so when I back it off, because if it starts to hit that warm up, the ground just gets like, you know, slicker than grease. The whole top just is mush. So anyway, so that's it for today. Like, subscribe, and share. And I do have a video getting ready to come out on doing a belt pulley restoration. I started the video, but I haven't had a chance to finish it. So hopefully I should be finishing that up soon. So thanks for watching.